Hey everyone, I have a little gripe for the day. I live here in Steeplechase. This is the bayou between Steeplechase and Windermere, and it seems like we're having an issue here with the canals not being mowed. As you can see, this grass is quite a bit taller than I am. Doesn't really get maintained very well. They only come here about once or twice a year. Here's some of the issues I'm having. Here's my fence line here. As you can see, these trees are pretty tall. The lack of maintenance here has really been going on for quite a long time. I'm in a position now that I need to replace my fence, and I have all these vines and trees growing. As you can see, this tree here, the top of my hand is about 8 feet tall. So look how much taller it is than 8 feet. I mean, that's probably like a good 9.5 feet here on my fence line. I mean, there's just one tree after another, vines. I'm not really sure who's responsible of maintaining this property or maintaining the canals, but I mean, they just do a terrible job. As you can see, they allow these huge trees to grow. I mean, this thing is huge. And it's right next to these power lines. As you can see, the power lines. And you wonder why people's powers go out. I'm not sure what kind of tree this is, but it drops huge limbs every, I don't know, maybe 3 to 4 years. This tree right here will drop a huge limb. Here's one of the limbs right now. This thing dropped maybe a year and a half ago, and they just pushed it to the side, to the fence line. So when they come and mow, they mow around this. So they don't hit my fence line at all. See, they cut off the bigger stuff, or some of the smaller stuff, I mean. See, they made a cut here, and then they just pushed this whole thing to my fence line. I mean, it's just crazy. I'm in a position now where I need to replace my fence. See all these vines? Here's more of the debris of that limb that fell. But I'm in a position now that I need to replace my fence. But how do I replace my fence with all these trees and vines growing? Here's another look here. This tree is so long, or so tall, and it's been here for so long. That's encroaching on my property line. See how much is pushing back my fence here? So when I come to replace my fence, I'm gonna have to either go around the fence, around the tree. I don't know, it's just a big mess that's not being taken care of. Who's responsible? Look at this big old tree. I mean, this thing has been here since at least 2011 when I moved into the house. It's been too big for me to take care of, which I don't feel like it's my responsibility either. Here's another look, kind of going down the canal, and you can see the other trees that are growing on the fence line. Same thing here, another big tree on the fence line. I'm not sure quite what's going on, but the side on Windermere has no trees on their fence line. See, not a single tree. I don't know if their HOA is taking care of it or it's managed by somebody else. Maybe this is the dividing line between Steeplechase and Windermere. I'm not really sure, but they don't have any trees on their fence line. Help me out here. Who do I call? Who do I contact? Why is this such an issue for so long? Let's get somebody in charge here that knows what they're doing. I mean, we can figure this out, guys. Like, look at that. Look at that big tree limb. A lot of times the tree limbs fall on my side of the property, so I take care of it. But this time it's fell on the bayou side. And look, this is all they did, is just pushed it to my fence line. Of course I'm gonna have issues when they do it like this. Like I said, who's in charge here? I'm a little further down from my house now. It's the same stuff. They just push the bigger limbs to the fence line, and no one's taking care of this. And so when the mowers come, they mow around all of this, completely ignoring the fence line, and then you wonder why these big trees are ended up growing, because they have the room to grow. No one's taking care of it. No one's weed eating. Nothing's happening here. Since I've lived here, the mowers only come maybe once or twice a year, and that's it. No wonder we're having issues. Look how tall this grass is. A little further down, but look how tall this grass is. I mean, it's over the fence. And that's an 8-foot fence, and look, the grass is over it. Look, well over my head. Look, way over my head. Here, cleaning up the fence line. Look, as you can see, these big limbs drop, and it just gets swallowed up by all these vines. And it's making it twice as hard to get this shit out. All right, guys, I'm really gonna need who to charge for this, because I don't work for free. You're doing somebody else's job. You're doing government work. There's a wasp nest over there, so I can't even chop down those trees. Had four wasps trying to attack me over here. But look, all these vines growing. Here's another big limb. Let's see if y'all can see this a little better. Here's another big limb. They just let it lie. It allows all these vines to grow. See, look how big this thing is. Look. It's kind of hard to tell on camera. Now, I got medium-sized hands. But look, it's as big as my hand. Look at that. It's probably 8 inches. I don't know, man. We can do a little better. Can anybody tell me what this tree is? Maybe for somebody from like an ag department or somebody who studies trees. Because it seems like this tree spreads by the roots. So the lack of maintenance, the roots go down this fence line, combined with the lack of maintenance, just makes for a disaster. Whatever soft tree this is, like I said, drops limbs, you know, every 3 to 4 years. Large limbs right next to this power line. Right next to that power line, drops huge limbs every 3 to 4 years. Power line Trash tree. Power line. Trash tree. Yep. Alright. Done some clearing here, and as you can see how large this log is. This is one big log. One big log that somebody hasn't taken care of. Well, anyways, guys, that's my gripe of the day. Let's figure it out. Somebody can provide me a number, an email address, or maybe whoever's in charge can figure this out, you know, and just take care of it. I shouldn't be having to make videos about this issue.